Why is this not working today? No, it's going, but I'm trying to get it so it fills up the thing. I'll do it this way. One more way I can do it, so it's easier. So you can see the delay. So watch over here for the other thing. You just don't. Otherwise, Oh, when the Blues go marching in. 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 You know I want to be in that number. When the Blues go marching in. Hello and welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report, coming to you live from Sybergs in Arnold, Missouri. That's right, the Hawaii Blues fan is in St. Louis. He's got tickets to Game 3, and we're doing a live show today. Hopefully I'll get some people that are going to be interested and enjoy it. We're going to go over Game 2. The amazing Game 2. I have a fan of the game who's on his way. I've got a fan of the show on his way. I'm hoping to talk to some people. And I've got one of these shirts from Chris Thompson to give away today. Hopefully somebody here can win it. And if nobody here gets it, maybe somebody out there in Viewland can get it, and I can send it to them. So if you're out there, let me know that you can hear me okay. And again, this is the guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, coming to you live from Sybergs. Get over here, Roland. Get over here, buddy. Hey, everyone. Say hi to Roland. Hey, welcome, man. I'm live, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So everyone knows how my lives go. They're kind of a little in and off, and they go from here to there. But the first thing that we're going to do today, we're going to talk about that amazing Game 2. Game 2 was just outstanding. And I've talked to some friends and things like that, and to me, Game 2 was a statement game. Because not only did they win that game, they came from behind twice. And in the overtime, they dominated. It was an absolute amazing game. So I'm hoping that I get some of the people here that'll talk to me, and they might want to talk about the game and see if anybody here going to Game 3 tonight? Anybody? Well, I'm going to Game 3 tonight, so maybe I'm the only one. Well, so let's see who we got in the chat room. Who we got in here? Well, Brandon, thank you. I don't know if they know if you're going to the game tonight. I'll be there. It's going to be an amazing time. So let me kind of see. I'm kind of waiting on my fan of the game. I want to get to that. So let's talk a little bit about Game 2. Game 2 in Boston was... Game 1 went, the way Game 1 went, there was a lot of talk amongst all the partners, all the talking heads, about how the Blues weren't ready to play and how the Blues just kind of fell on their heels and they didn't do the things that the Blues need to do in order to make things happen, and that they were not going to win this series. They were going to get just destroyed in this series. Well, no one told the Blues that, because in Game 2, they, for the most part, dominated that entire game. Now, I do know that Boston scored first, and it was a decent goal. It was one that Bennington probably should have had. However, there was a good, quick answer. And the answer came from an unlikely spot. Bozak. No, Bortuzzo. Bortuzzo or Bozak? I can't remember who got the goal now. It was one of those two. One of the B names. Either Bortuzzo, I think it was Bozak. Oh, you guys are fine, man. You can walk by me at all you want. Don't worry about me, man. Don't worry about me at all. So Bozak gets the goal, and then it's tied up 1-1, and then all of a sudden, 40 seconds later, Boston sticks another one in. Well, you know, and you could feel the deflation a little bit. I got to go down and watch some of this game at with my Canadian friends, Linda and Darren, they're from Canada. They were in Waikiki. I got to go watch the game with them. It was a lot of fun. So the game is 2-1, and it's kind of, there's a struggle. And then Tereshchenko and Schwartz kind of break away. They have a 2-on-1 breakout, and Tereshchenko happens to be in the perfect spot. So Schwartz takes the shot. Tereshchenko gets the rebound. And while he takes the first shot on the rebound and it's blocked, he doesn't let that stop him. He goes from the forehand to the backhand, basically fading away, a fadeaway, starting to fall away. And what does he do? He flips that puck up and under the bar. That was an amazing, amazing goal by Vladimir Tereshchenko. That was the type of goal that just not goal scorers make, but players that want to win make. When you are ready to step it up, you score that kind of goal. So this game stayed 2-2 through the end of the first, and at this point, the Blues took over. Now, it may not have showed on the scoreboard, but it absolutely showed on the ice. The Blues limited Boston's shots. They limited Boston's chances. They were heavy hitting. And then in the first period, I kind of missed this, was the controversial Sundqvist hit. Sonny D up against, and the name of the Boston player slips my mind, kind of hits him in the boards. The Boston player was in a bad position, and it allowed for a head contact hit. Well, it took him out, 2-minute penalty. You know, and I've looked at this a lot of different ways. I don't have a problem with the hit, and I kind of don't have a problem with the suspension, right? If that's what the NHL wants to do. Here's my problem with that. Game 1. And I cannot remember, and I apologize. My brain's going a mile a minute. I don't remember the player's name. Grzelcyk, right? Yeah, it was Grzelcyk hit. But in Game 1, and the player's name slips my mind, the one hit's done. But it's basically a charging, and the charging's not a big deal. The thing here is the guy lost his helmet. In the NHL, you are only allowed to play with your helmet if you don't hit. Well, he went and he plowed through Dunn, and he charged him. He started from the goal line all the way through, never played the puck. Nails Dunn, or not Dunn, Nails, Nails Thomas, right? Oh, you're fine. Go ahead, man. Yeah, people be walking right in front of us. Don't worry about them. Just keep listening to me, guys. It's no big deal. This is the guy. I'm the Hawaii Blues fan. It's the BlueNote Fan Report coming to you live from Sybergs in Arnold, Missouri. And I want to say a big thank you to Sybergs. They set this up impromptu. They gave me the permission to film here. And I also want to thank my fan of the game, and that'll come up here shortly. He's the guy that gave me a call and said, hey, let's try and make this happen, and he did everything to make it happen. So I'll say thank you to him. We'll bring him up. He's also he's a veteran. He's a Navy vet, just like me. Big supporter of the Hawaii Blues fan and the BlueNote Fan Report. You guys will love him. So talking about the game. So my problem is that the helmetless hit was an absolute penalty. In fact, it's a 4-minute major or 4-minute double minor up to a game misconduct. Yet they allow it to hit. They allow it to happen. No penalty, no nothing. Hitting without a helmet is an absolute no-no in the NHL, and they let it go. So kind of weird, kind of bad, but that's what. So my problem is, if you're going to suspend Sundqvist, you got to suspend the Boston player too. You know, it's a kind of a tit for tat type thing. Oh, also for all you out there who are used to me and know that I like to let the sailor come out now and then, this is kind of a Oh, Ron Dunn asking me if telling Sybergs got some good wings. Yes, they do. And that other place that you mentioned, I'm not going to mention it while I'm here, but yes, I will get that sooner or later. And Vegas to BKG coverage, man. Thank you. If you were, I know there are a lot of Blues fans out there that do follow the Knights. If you want to follow someone who does something like what I do, follow BKG coverage. He does really good impromptu, edited videos of his reaction to what's going on. Oh man, you guys got me all flustered. I'm thinking. Okay, so back to where I was. So my issue with the penalties and all of that is play it fairly. I mean, Sundqvist, if you're going to call that an illegal hit for a game suspension, that's fine, but you've also got to do it with Boston. So fair on one end, fair on the other. That's the way you got to play it. That's the way it should go. So with that being said, Sundqvist is suspended, and it sounds like, and now my head's really going bad. Who are they putting in? Oh man, Zach Stanford. Now here's the thing about Stanford. He grew up 40 minutes outside of Boston. You think that this guy's going to want to absolutely pound Boston? I do. Just like Backus wants to nail the Blues to the wall, I think that he's going to want to do it too. So I'm happy with this. I don't mind him coming in. I think that it's depth. Depth is important this late in the year, right? And not only that, you got to think about something. What is tonight? Well, if you just cut it down to bare bones, tonight is nothing more than Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It doesn't mean anything, right? Wrong, Arpot. Old Navy saying. I made Sam smile. This is not your typical Game 3. This is the first Stanley Cup Finals game in St. Louis since May 6th, 1970. I was 16 months old. Most of the people here probably weren't even born. That's what this game means. St. Louis is going to erupt tonight. And not only that, some idiot thought it would be great to schedule a Cardinals-Cubs series during the middle of the what? Dunn's cousin is okay. Apparently, Vince Dunn's cousin is a little pissed off about the hit, but hey, man, it is what it is, and you go from there. Sorry about coming in and out. So the only way I can see the chat right now, it's kind of off. I've got some people watching it for me. Oh, there we go. So where are we at? Okay, so with everything going on with this game, downtown is going to be buzzing, and I can't wait. I actually have a friend, and if you've seen the show, I showed the picture from Vegas. And in the back of that picture is a man with a full beard, young gentleman by the name of Devin Dayton. Devin called me after this stuff happened and said, Guy, we need to go to Game 3. And he kind of convinced me to go to this game today. So he's driving in from Maine. We're kind of keeping track of him. That's why I'm only going to do about a half-hour show so I can meet up with him so we can go downtown tonight. But I'm going to have a blast downtown. This game means so much to the city of St. Louis. I watched games in the arena. I watched games in the Checker Dome. I watched Brett Hull. I watched Bernie Federko. I've watched Cujo. I followed this team since I was probably 7 or 8 years old. And for this to happen today is just outstandingly amazing, and I'm really glad that it's happening. I dreamed about this game for decades. And I mean that, decades. And I never thought that I would get a chance to go to this game. And to have that chance, to have that opportunity, the people that have made it possible. I'm not going to say everybody's name. I'm not going to say anybody's name because I'll forget somebody. But you know, if you made it possible for me to go to this game today, and I say thank you to you. So as we're moving along in the show, one of the things that I do in my studio show is I do a fan of the game. Well, my fan of the game is usually somebody, A, that I know. Oh, my bartender's walking by. She's all smiling. She don't want me to show her, but every time she walks by, she goes like this. Oh, no, you guys are fine, man. Come on, come on. Right? Are you Blues fans? Let's go Blues! 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 See, I'm the only one crazy at Sybergs right now. I guess I'm not doing a great job. I'm trying, but it ain't working. So, in my show, I do a fan of the game. And a fan of the game is usually, and I try and get some season ticket holders, and I try and get non-season ticket holders. I want to celebrate Blues fans throughout the world. I've had a fan of the game from Australia. I've had a fan of the game from London. I've had fans of the game from here in St. Louis. I've had fans of the game in different parts of the U.S. I've had military, but what I've never had is a fan of the game who stepped up to help me set up a show. Today, I have a fan of the game that absolutely stepped up. So I'm going to bring him out here, live fan of the game. Now, Sam, I'm sorry, I don't want to clear your last name, so I'm going to let you say your last name.
Manzella.
So Sam Manzella. Sam here and I met through an absolutely completely different group. Me and Sam are members of a group on Facebook called 22 Until None. Both me and Sam are members of the Armed Forces. We were both in the Navy. I served 20 years. You served
4.
He did 4 years. Yet we are on a mission to prevent veteran suicide. And that's what 22 Until None does. Me and Sam started talking. We found out we were both Blues fans. We connected on a couple other groups. Sam has been a big supporter of the BlueNote Fan Report. And 2 days ago, when he knew I was coming, he calls me and says, Guy, you got to do a show, man. And I told him I was trying to set one up, but it was falling through. He says, well, let me work on it. He makes a phone call to Mr. Syberg himself, gets an email out, and lo and behold, here I am at Sybergs in Arnold. Sam, I want to thank you. Who's your favorite player, by the way?
I like Pat Maroon, but Ryan O'Reilly's got to be right up there, right at the top.
Yeah, two good players. My all-time favorite player is Brett Hull, followed by a close second for Tereshchenko. But a lot of people already know that. So this town's going absolutely ballistic. I know that you're having a good time here. Is there a note for me to read? Oh, great cause. Oh, Hazelwood Central. Well, a lot of people already know, but I went to NJROTC in Cleveland, right, a long time ago, like a century ago. So, Sam, I want to say thank you for being the fan of the game, and thank you for setting this up. And if you're in Arnold and you need tires, go see Sam at Auto Tire. He'll hook you up. See, I'll give you a little bit of, what do you call it, street cred there, my friend. Right? Thank you so much for being a fan of the game. Right? So, I don't have a pet of the game, and I don't have a tattoo of the game. I don't think anybody out there got a Blues tattoo. At least somebody willing to show it? I guess not. But I would like to give away one of these T-shirts. Kind of set my mic here. It's a size large. Size large, and it's custom made. It was made for Chris Thompson, one of my Hawaii friends' birthday. And I have a trivia question. So, I know a couple of people came up and asked me about this shirt. Would anybody like to win this shirt? I have a trivia question for if someone would like to win this shirt. Well, no one's answering, so I'm going to put this trivia question out. And for you guys on the internet, the ones watching, You only have 60 seconds from the time I finish answering it, because otherwise I know you're going and looking it up. So once I finish answering it, you got 60 seconds. The ones here, you got 2 minutes, because I don't want someone looking the answer up. So here's the question. In 1966-67, the NHL expanded from 6 to 12 teams. Who were the original 6 expansion teams? No, you're already wrong. Who were the original 6 expansion teams? You know? Hold on, okay.
Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Minnesota North Stars, the Blues, Seattle. No, it's the Golden Seals, and then I don't know it.
Well, you got the one. You got the one that I didn't think anybody would know, but you missed the easy one. He got 5 of them. He got 5 of them. Anybody else? Giving away a shirt if you can name the original 6 expansion teams. He got 5 of them, and he got the one that I was surprised that anybody would get. He got that one. All right? Anybody on the internet? Who said it? Did he say the other ones? Yeah, you got to say them all. What? No, wasn't the Sharks. Who'd he get? Okay, Kings, Stars, Seals, Flyers, Penguins, and, oh, but he didn't say it, did he? Oh, then he goes, okay. So Robert Dunn, huh? Ron Dunn. Ron, you're going to have to send me your address, and I will send you this shirt, buddy. I know you're a big supporter of the show. So who you missed was the LA Kings, right? So in 1967, now here's another bit of trivia for you. One of those 6 teams wasn't even supposed to be a team. Who was it? Not giving a prize, but I'm asking. Who was the team that was not supposed to even be a team? You don't know? They never bid for it. They were awarded the expansion team for a different reason. They never bid on it. Anybody know? The St. Louis Blues. In 1965, the owner, Mr. Wirtz of the Chicago Blackhawks, was the owner of the St. Louis Arena, and he had let it fall into absolute disrepair. He wanted to get rid of it. So he went to the NHL and said, you make St. Louis an expansion team, you find them an owner, and you make them buy the arena. That is how Sid Solomon and Sid Solomon III ended up buying and becoming the initial owners of the St. Louis Blues. Wow, I wonder if I should ask another trivia question. Let me think for a second. How am I doing? What am I doing? By the way, for all you guys liking, don't forget to give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the Blue Note Fan Report on YouTube. Give me the like, give me the subscribe, ring the bell. Ring my bell, ring my bell. So you'll get the notifications of when the Blue Note Fan Report is on. So for you guys in the chat room, if you got questions, it's time to ask your questions. For you guys out here watching, if you got any questions or if you're wondering about something going with the game tonight, ask away. Say again? Huh? Yeah, oh yeah, there we go. So, oh wow. So, what's your name, sir? George. What?
Nina Naturals.
Okay, so Nina Naturals. George here has just given me something really cool that I can give away. This is called Nina Naturals. They call it Gloria, and it's so you can make a margarita, a blue margarita. Right? Gave me 2 bottles of it. George, thank you. Right? I appreciate that. You know, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to keep one of these bottles, and I'm going to give one away. So what am I going to do to give one away? Okay, this is a good one. So to get a bottle of this, you don't mind me giving it away, do you? Okay, so this is only for here in Sybergs right now. Name the last 5 Stanley Cup winners in order. So, anybody? Come up here. Come up here. It's a little easier for me if you come up to me. Okay, so who won last year? Okay, who won the year after that?
The Penguins.
And the next year?
The Penguins.
Okay, after that?
The Blackhawks.
And after that?
The Kings.
Kings, I think he's right. Kings, Blackhawks, Penguins. Now, I'm going to add a little difficult. In the last 5 years, 6 years, including this year, 6 teams, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 teams have completed in a finals for the first time or the first time in a long period. Who are they?
The
Capitals. The Predators. Yeah? The Blues. You're missing the easiest one. Sharks, and there's one more. Who went to the finals last year?
Last year was the Penguins.
No.
And
Last year was the Caps and who? Last year. Who made it last year? This is the weird. This is the Golden Knights, right? Their very first year in existence. So there you go. Thanks, George. Thank you for supporting the BlueNote Fan Report. I appreciate that, guys. Oh, hey, man, this is fun. So I'm going to go out there. I see some people that have probably been Blue. I want to hear somebody's memory from a Blues game. Somebody out there's going to have a good memory from going to a Blues game with their mom and their dad or their grandma or grandpa or something that happened in a game. If you got one, come out and tell me. Somebody got one? Say again? What? Who has the most assists? Ooh, are you asking me that, Ron? Most assists in Blues history. I actually think I know this, and I'm probably going to shoot myself if I get it wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's Bernie Federko. I'm pretty sure it's Bernie Federko, though I could be wrong. Am I right or wrong, buddy?
Brett Hall.
No, it wasn't Brett Hall. Who?
Bernie Federko with 721.
That's assist. Yep, I was right. Bernie Federko, 721. There we go. So, show's going good, and so I want to tell a memory of mine. I'll go and tell a memory of mine. Who does? Federko? Yeah, he holds most points. He holds most points, games played, and assists. See? I know my Blues. I make some mistakes here and there. So I'm going to tell this memory because this one's kind of special. And this is kind of one of the reasons I'm going to tonight's game. Right? Hold on, I got a question. What? Marianne, yes, my mom getting hit with Rob Ramage's puck 2 weeks before her wedding and waiting. Oh, yeah. So Marianne's told me this story before. So Marianne Holmes, who's a Coast Guard wife, lives in Florida, has told me this story before. Her mom was at a game 2 weeks before her wedding and this was long before the netting, all right? She got hit with a puck from a Rob Ramage slap shot and refused to leave the game. Stayed throughout the game before she got married with a black eye, I think, or a bloody lip, a bruised lip. That is a fan. Marianne, that's a fan, Marianne, and I thank you so much. You're a great supporter of the BlueNote Fan Report. So my memory is in 2014. It was really one of the first games I'd gone to in a while. I had come home for Thanksgiving for my parents' 40th wedding anniversary, and while I was home, I went to a Blues game. We played Edmonton that night, and Tarasenko, that's the first time I got to see Tarasenko in person. I fell in love with his style, I fell in love with his play, and I fell in love with the electricity in that building again. It was absolutely amazing in 2014. I had gone to 2008 and it sucked. I had gone to 2 games in when we were not a good team, but in 2014 it was just there. Well, it turns out at that game was a guy I went to high school with, a guy by the name of Eric Simpf. And we reconnected shortly after that game and found out we both gone. We were big Blues fans and that. 2 years ago, Eric passed away from a heart failure. Tonight, I'm taking Eric and my friend William, my best friend from high school, to the game with me. It means a lot. That's why I'm here. That's one of the reasons I'm here. Both Eric and William are veterans that have succumbed to things from their service time, and I'm supporting them. And I've also got to say a thank you to my wife, Keiko Bensing. She put this jersey together for me, and I don't know how well you guys can see it, but on this arm here, I have the Navy patch at top, I have the USS Mobile Bay patch, and then I have a Navy Enduring Freedom patch. And then on this side, at the top, I have the USS Missouri, and then on the bottom, I have the U.S. flag for Desert Storm, Desert Shield. I think this is a one-of-a-kind jersey. It shows my support in my service. I'm more than happy to wear it. It's a great time. So what time we got? 2:30. So seems we're doing okay. I'll go another 5-10 minutes or so. Got to make sure I get something to eat. I got to check on my buddy that's coming into town. Taylor, get over here. I gotta say thank you. Taylor here has, like, when I first told her I was doing this, she's like, no! And then every time I do it, she walks by and smiles. So Taylor, you've been a great server. Thank you so much for supporting the BlueNote Fan Report. Let's go Blues! And everyone, if you come to Sybergs, ask for Taylor. She's a great waitress. Thank you. Oh, I'm having a good time. Are you guys out there in video land having a good time? I am. It's great having Roland here. Roland, come out here, Roland. Come on, you got to get on cam. So my second fan of the game. Actually, I think you were a fan of the game once, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah, you were a fan of the game before. So past fan of the game. Roland has been a big supporter of the BlueNote Fan Report. He constantly tells me things that he thinks I should do on the show. He gives me calls, sends me messages. And when he found this was happening, he dropped everything and came out here. Roland, I thank you so much, man.
Welcome, man. I had to come up here. I live here.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, buddy. Tonight is going to be a special night. For all of those of you that are going to be down there, I'm going to tell you one thing. Soak it in. Take every moment of it and enjoy it. Because it took 49 years to happen. 49 years. That is... Oh, you're welcome. No, go ahead, ma'am. You can go right on through. Right? Oh, we don't mind at all. Now you're internet famous. It took 49 years for this moment to happen. I don't care what NBC's going to do. I don't care what the NHL Network's going to do. The only thing that I want to do is enjoy every single moment because the BlueNote Fan Report, the Hawaii Blues fan, and every St. Louis Blues fan deserves tonight. Whether you're going to go to the game, you're going to watch it at one of the mini watch parties, you watch it from home, you watch it from London, you watch it from Australia. I don't care where you watch it from. And I'm actually starting to get a good little following in Australia. I'm seeing some posts on my fan page. I have a fan page I call the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan on YouTube. You guys are more than welcome to join it. I've got like 4 or 5 people from Australia that follow me, and they're like starting to build up a bigger crowd. So it's really a lot of fun. I'm enjoying all of it. Say, yeah. I got it. There's a guy from who's in England, a Marine, coming to the game tonight. Right? I can't. Oh, his name slips me. Justin, I think. Not Justin. I'm going to have to think about it. But he was in Hawaii with me. I knew him in Hawaii. He moved to London. He's going to the game tonight. Yes. Chris Thompson, the guy that gave the shirts, right? The guy that gave these shirts just sent me a message and says, I'm holding down Hawaii while we're Hawaii Blues fanless. Well, Chris, you hold it down, buddy. It's a great time. I want to thank Sybergs out here in Arnold for letting me come and do my show. I had a great time. I want to thank the audience out here, the ones that have participated. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Follow the Hawaii Blues Fan on YouTube. I'm going to do shows throughout the summer, and then I will do shows during next season. And I'm hoping I'm doing a real special show in about a week and a half. I'm really hoping I am. I want to say thank you all for watching. If you're going to the game tonight, look for the Hawaii Blues Fan. And if you are at the game, don't look for this jersey, because you know I got to change jerseys, and I'm going to change jerseys every period. Like I do, got to keep that tradition going. So to all you out there, thank you for watching the BlueNote Fan Report. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, I'm bleeding blue with you, and I'll see you on the next BlueNote Fan Report.